Welcome to the DealNews Seller's Guide. Today I'll talk about the different ways to optimize your Amazon pricing strategy, how you can manage pricing without losing your mind or all of your time. Selling on the Amazon marketplace might look easier than owning a brick-and-mortar business, but you can't just post and coast. You have to keep up with the Amazon price changes, for one thing. The Amazon seller platform Jungle Scout lists competitive pricing as one of the biggest predictors for winning the buy box. And winning the buy box often means winning the sale. Watching prices doesn't have to be a giant headache or a full-time job, though. We'll tell you about 5 effective strategies for keeping your prices competitive, reasonable, and successful. The first strategy we'll talk about is trying an inventory management system. A good management system is designed to help you calculate the profit and return on investment for each sale, while also making sure your costs are met. It's a great way to ensure your prices aren't only correct for your customers, but also correct for keeping your company in the black. Programs such as Inventory Lab usually run around $40 to $50 per month, though many offer 30-day free trials. Are you struggling to figure out pricing? Then an inventory tool might help you unpack what it means to create a good Amazon Marketplace pricing strategy. Now let's move on to strategy number 2, which is to maintain your Amazon inventory file. Updating each unique SKU manually for pricing can be incredibly labor-intensive if you don't come up with a daily plan. Do you sell items with prices that can all be changed incrementally at once? Then try updating the figures in bulk rather than one at a time. But what if you feel compelled to do Amazon price changes with more rigor? Then allow a short window of time each day to work in the inventory file template and focus on pricing. Think of it as housekeeping. You can likely keep everything clean if you take 15 minutes a day to clean one thing or another. Same with pricing. Allow 15 minutes a day to make sure your inventory is properly priced, and you'll never get too far underwater. Let's go to the third strategy now. It's to use a pricing tool to keep up with Amazon's price changes. Pricing is pretty much a competitive sport in Amazon Marketplace, so keep up with the competition by utilizing an effective price tracker or repricing tool. They can watch competitors' prices and change your prices without having to lift a finger. Some are free, like Amazon's Automate pricing tool. Others run around $50 a month. The more expensive programs typically offer fancy algorithms or spy-type tools to really help push your brand into the buy box. Now that we've covered pricing tools, we can move on to strategy number 4, which is to set your prices 1 cent lower. One of the top predictors for winning the buy box is thought to be price point, as we mentioned earlier. Amazon's algorithm may put your inventory at the top of the heap if your items are 1 penny cheaper than the competition's. It takes up time, but if you track the prices of a handful of your biggest competitors, you can put at least some energy towards setting your price point a penny lower. Sellers with multiple and varied products might find this plan of attack undoable or just plain untenable, though software could help. But if you have time to dedicate a smallish inventory, you can work on keeping your prices 1 penny lower and selling better and more than everyone else. On the other hand, you could raise your prices, and that is our 5th and final strategy. It might sound counterintuitive, but some sellers find that by having a higher price point than the competition, they can sell fewer items and still make money. Selling at the highest price point could become the thing that sets you apart. It can be a particularly powerful selling approach if you focus your energy on driving traffic to each of your unique listings. Similarly, think about raising some prices on your products while lowering them on others. Then you can vary how you make your sales. While cumbersome, over time it might become the winningest Amazon pricing strategy of all. That's it for this edition of the DealNews Seller's Guide. If you like what you heard, be sure to subscribe so you'll never miss a new one. And if you want to learn how you can turbocharge your Amazon Marketplace revenue and gain access to the exclusive DealNews Amazon Traffic Network, head to marketplace.dealnews.com or send an email to getstarted@dealnews.com. Thanks for listening.